Hi family, how are you doing today? Welcome back. This Peaceful Warrior Dojo. Let's talk about a little bit about physical exercises, about the Kundalini exercises. Why the physical exercises for yourself, for your body are important? Why also the Kundalini exercises are important to, or could be important to you or for the people? And what are the differences actually between when you go and exercise, let's say as running or weightlifting or doing different type of yogas, and difference between Kundalini yoga? Well, in many different cases, like when you go to run, yeah, you're working maybe on your ability. You want to maybe be fast runner, maybe you want to do some competitions, maybe you want to run the marathon and it's your goal, or you just want to be overall healthy and building your cardio, let's say, and just keep running, and that's great, right? Or you going to the gym and weightlifting and working on your muscles, right? Or working on your posture, or you want to get stronger because you want to, let's say, do some pull-ups to learn, or do some bench press, or building your physique, your overall look, right? So there are different aspects of each, right? Each basically exercise, what you can do for yourself or whatever is the reason. Also in the yoga, right, you have different type of yogas, and also it's very physical. When you think about most of the gyms, when you go places, public places, public yogas, not talking about the Kundalini yoga, but any different kind of yogas, they focusing a lot on the physical. They are not really focusing on the spiritual aspect, on uplifting the person and raising the consciousness and opening the Kundalini. Maybe some teachers who still practicing, and maybe it is more in India than, or maybe in the Asian part of the world than the Western part of the world, right? Where not too many people are focusing now on that spiritual aspect in the combination with yoga. And I think that's a little bit of emptiness there. It's absolutely amazing to go and practicing the yoga and be physically strong and flexible. That's a very important aspect of our bodies. That's what I also teach and train people to be flexible, to move the body, be more open the energies in the body. So that's number one, right? Like if you are physically not able to do things, if you are physically weak, and you maybe cannot do basic things in your life, or maybe you have a health issue, so you want to build and get out of it, or maybe you got some sickness and you want to build back the strength. That's all great, all those things are very helpful to us. I cannot deny that. All the teachers and the trainers, what they do, their jobs, and keeping other people, basically uplifting them and making them stronger or whatever, or healthier, right? It's great things to do, but I think in the lack of many of those, what I also find out, that is that spirituality. Even with my clients, many of my clients, they are not really spiritual, or they are not willing to be. They are very close-minded. They just want that physical more, but they don't understand there is this connection between our physical and spiritual aspect. And when it's a disconnection, then I can try to help them as much I could to make them physically, mentally, and spiritually be better, but never will get to the point of real healing, because they are not willing to open themselves to more possibilities, to healing through their own discoveries, through opening the consciousness more. And that's their choice, right? Like I cannot do anything with it. I just trying to help them the way I can and could, and that's that's all I can do. And maybe in the next life, or maybe more in the future they will start changing themselves, and be more open to also discovering more spirituality and opening themselves to new possibilities. But until that time, I just do whatever I can, as I think other people too. But when we going to the path of the Kundalini exercises and Kundalini yoga, comparing to, let's say, other yogas, well, there is a very difference, because through my own experiences so far, doing spiritual things, working on your spiritual things and spiritual aspect of yourself through not just physical, right? Because it's very physical also, but also through the breathing techniques to bring that prana in, right? And through the third part of the meditation, right? So there are all three aspects included in that one system, basically, and that's what is so powerful about it. This is why I really like to do Kundalini, and this is why I learn about it more, and this is why I basically became a teacher of Kundalini and practicing for myself to uplift myself and build and open my consciousness more, and also so I can, through that, I can bring awareness to more people and teach more people, and maybe teach in the future the creating the new teachers and new coaches of Kundalini, masters of Kundalini yoga, because the three aspects of physical, spiritual, mental aspect, right, what working on all of it in one system, basically, the technology is very powerful, and many people have no even awareness of it. As just not a long time ago, I didn't have that awareness too. I know about it, but I didn't kind of was pushed to it too much, and then spirit somehow told me to do that, and then I start to follow the path and listening my intuition and listening the spirit, and that's what actually bring me also for myself more awareness, and make me to practice it more, and basically becoming a teacher myself, and teaching Kundalini yoga. So that's very big shift and very big difference even in my life, and that's what is difference between basically Kundalini and other forms of exercises, because those other forms there is a lack. Of course, you can open your Kundalini energy, you can open your awareness to a certain point maybe, but it can take a very long time. And comparing to Kundalini exercises, Kundalini yoga, the shift can be very fast. So absolutely, I recommend you guys to maybe look to it a little bit deeper and maybe start to practicing it a little bit more, because there is not too many uh, trainers or teachers or masters around the world actually, and we need more those kind of people who bring more awareness, because if people don't know about it, that there is a powerful technology out there, and through the technology you can shift yourself very fast and free yourself from the way of life you thinking, living in the low chakras, and rising your consciousness and aligning your all chakras, right, and bringing that snake inside you, right, and rising it up. So yes, it's very powerful. So guys, just my own recommendation, it will shift your energy and change your life very fast. So just look into it and start to practicing and start to reading about it more and learning about it more and studying a little bit more about it, because it is technology, and the technology have a power. Even everything what we do is certain way of technologies. Even when you go to gym and do weightlifting, well, that's that certain way of technology too, because you doing some moves, and let's say you building the strength or building the muscles, and as you repeatedly doing certain things, basically it's like a technology to building yourself, right, to building yourself from inside out too, and building the toughness maybe in your body, in your mind, but maybe not that spiritually awakening you too much, right? So, and then maybe you have to find something how to spiritually awaken yourself. But if you have a combination of things, then you can also make your body stronger and more flexible, and mentally more free, and spiritually more aligned, and basically getting healthier inside your body, what greatly will affect. So why not to try that? Why not to practicing a little bit more of those exercises and those classes, and find around you where you are living, and studying a little bit and practicing more, and you will find out by yourself, and then you can maybe come and speak here, and post something and talk about it, what you think about this Kundalini, what you think about those exercises, what are your changes in your life, how they affect your life, how they shift your life, what is the difference, before you started and maybe later on. So thank you guys for here to be, and for listening me, and always from my heart to your heart, this is Peaceful Warrior Dojo. I love you all. Bye.